Yeah, hi everyone. So welcome to the Silicon Dawn. So today we are going to discuss about the one of the major topic called PVMOVE. So that is we are calling as a PV migration into the LVM. So that is one of the major L2 and L3 activity. So first of all, we need to go into what exactly the PVMOVE. So PVMOVE is a process into the logical volume management, especially into the LVM, that transfer all the data from the one physical volume to the another physical volume. So the major purpose of the PVMOVE is that we are performing all the transfer of the data from the one disk to the another disk without any downtime. So there is one of the major component here, and downtime is not needed, and there is no need of any application downtime. We can perform the things dynamically. So if you go to the little bit of in depth of the subject, the basic architecture of your LVM. So the architecture of your LVM come up with so the fundamental is that this is your physical VMs, nothing but we are calling as PVs. So right now I'm having three PVs here. All the three PVs are I'm converted into the one volume group. So this is a volume group. I converted nothing but all the three PVs are the part of this volume group. So from this volume group I taken into the two portions here. One is the logical volume one, another one is the logical volume two. So what exactly the requirement is that now we are going to move all the data from this logical volume to this. So basically the purpose is that in production environment most of the times our storage devices, for example, let it be you have the storage devices called nothing but IBM and EMC. So EMC. So let it be these two servers. Let it be these two servers are the part of IBM. This is the your EMC. So once your company is completed your contract, the company is planning to remove this EMC product. So since it is having some sort of the LVM into the data, so they want to be delete, they don't want to be delete the data, they want to migrate the data to the existing storage devices. So whenever they want to be existing storage devices, we are using the concept called PVMOVE. So the PVMOVE command majorly it will transfer the inside of the content of the data from the old source to the destination. So this is the one of major component, and here we can avoid the downtime also. There is no need of any downtime here. On fly I can able to perform, and meanwhile I'm removing the particular disk. So let me go to the one step backward. So this is the way of executioning, nothing but into the production environment. What is our nature of the thing is that okay. So let it be. If you want to go with the execution of the things and all, so right now we have a two PVs here. For example, if you can see that here, this is the one storage device, this is the another storage device, nothing but physical volume. So from the source to the destination, from the source to the destination, how I am copying the data is the primary expectation. If you can see that here, this particular source, it will be having the some sort of file system like a var, home, and root. This entire data will be capturing and will be transferring to the destination device without any downtime. So the command simply we are using nothing but the command we are using pvmove. So the pvmove command will help you out to transfer the data, nothing but transfer the data from the source to the destination. When you trigger this command automatically, the data will be moved automatically and there is no need of the downtime. The connectivity with the VGA also established as usual. So there is no kind of issue into the application side also. That is what exactly expectation from the pvmove command. So in real time probably they will ask you the questions. Okay, have you done the migration into the real time or production environment? So now you can confidently tell that yes, I can. So how about the technically we can do it? So technically, so the possibilities how we can do it into the one by one steps I'm going to be explain here. So first of all, these are the basic commands we are going to be discuss. Nothing but before performing any kind of activity, make sure that you need to be perform. So PV check, VG check, and LV check. So based on your operating system, you can move up with these things, whether PV command, VG command, LV command, or PV display, VG display, LV display. So the simplest way of the difference between these two is that this particular component will give you the full-fledged information of your operating system, nothing but particular PV. So where PV, normal PVS command will help you out with the shortest information of information. So this is the pre-existing topic. Then let me move to the add on to the new disk. So whenever you are performing any kind of activity, you need to add to the disk. So whenever you are adding the disk, so we can perform the two ways. One is fdisk/dev/hdb. So this is one of the way of performing and attaching the new disk. This is one of the format of legacy methodology. And we have a one more methodology, nothing but lsblk also we can able to find out. For example, most of the times once the disk is added, it is not listing into the your operating system. Then you are going to trigger this echo command. This echo command will list you out your target, storage, and the device. And the PV create you have to do it with a new disk. On top of that, you have to be extend. You need to transfer the data. So for this one, you need to perform the some of the commands here, nothing but PVMOVE command. So let me, if you want to monitor the how the data is transferring means, you can move it by using the PVMOVE. If you want to reduce the file system, why you need to reduce the file system? The ultimate agenda is that once you've done the things, you have to be reduce your file system of data. So that is the reason you are going with this one. So let me do it practically. So let it be, this is my server, IPR. LSBLK command will list you out your file system details. Fdisk -l command also it will list out all the details. So the differences here is that lsblk command will give you the shortest format of your disk information, but whereas fdisk information is give you the longest format of your disk components, sectors, all the information. But real time, so you can make a use of any one of the command to find out here. So let me move on to the topic here. So to perform this activity, we need to have the two storage devices here. So let me request the storage device. So go to my virtual machine, right click. So here I'm performing the two types of the disk here attaching. So one is that 10 GB and the second thing is that I'm attaching one more hard disk 15 GB. So there is a two types of the disk are I am attached. So coming to the production environment, the attaching of the disk is performed by the your storage team, not the operating system team. Since we are into the test environment, I only performed into the both areas. But into the production environment, you people need to request for the storage devices for the 10 GB and 15 GB. The team will going to be perform disk operation. See right now you can see that here lsblk command it is not listing out anything since the particular information is not sync up with your operating system. In storage level they added, but the thing is that into the your operating system level it is not reflected. So this for command for this for loop you need to make a use of that. So just copy the command, this for command. So what exactly this command will do here means it will refresh the your disk. So it will refresh the your disk without any downtime. You don't need to perform any kind of the downtime here. Okay. So you can perform by using the normal command only. So lsblk. So 1 minute here, done. Let me trigger the command itself. So here I triggered the ls for command. So the command will help you out with the what exactly we are going to do. It means, so this for command will refresh your host details. So whatever the host is attached, so that host details will going to be scanned here. Automatically the new disk will be appear. If you can see that here, earlier the new disks are not appeared. So coming to here, the disks are appeared automatically without any reboot or without any invoking any kind of actions here. So once the disk is available, I'm going to create pv create slash dev slash sda, one of the pv I'm creating, and another pv I'm creating slash dev slash sdb. So another pv also creating pv scan. So let me trigger the command call pvs. Two pvs are I'm created. Now the requirement is that I need to create the volume group vg create. So vg hyphen data. So slash dev slash sda space slash dev slash sdb. So two vgs are I created. So one vg I created, and you can see that two pvs are I attached. So these two pvs are I attached. So this is also one PV, this is also PV. Two PVs are I attached. Now the requirement is that, so the diagram representation as follows. So here I'm taking the two PVs. So if you can see that here, these two PVs I'm taking. This from these two PVs I'm creating the one volume group. Both are related to the same. Now next step is that I'm going to create a LV. LV create hyphen L. Let it be I'm creating some 10 GB hyphen N LV data slash so VG data. So LV is created on top of that. So I need to create a file system mkfs dot ext4 slash dev. So here you need to go for the your LV data PV information. So here PV display grep hyphen I LV data. Sorry, it's not a PV. It's LV. So this is the particular path. So my requirement is that I need to create a one mount point here slash app. Now I need to create a file system mkfs dot ext4. The path I'm created the file system here. Next I need to mount it with a slash app. So df-th slash app. Now we can see that here lsblk. When I trigger lsblk, so my app file system is located into the SDB. Okay, my app file system is located into the SDB. Now my requirement is that I need to migrate the data into the SDB to SDA. So how can I move that? For before that, what exactly I'm going to do it? I'm going to place a some data. So every data is there into the my particular file system. Now I'm going to use the pvmove command. So pvmove slash dev slash sdb sdb to slash dev slash sda. So here you will get insufficient because of that file system space issue we have, that is a 10 GB, because this is a 15 GB and this is a created as a 10 GB. So most of the times you will get this type of the issues in the time. So if we have a volume group, if we have a space means I need to extend the file system of particular. For example, if I have the space means I can able to go for the extension. If not, so in production environment, what we will do, we are going with a reverse order also. Otherwise, we are attaching the new disk also we are doing. So coming to here, instead of attaching the what exactly the solution here. So what I'm going to do it here means I'm creating the file system vg-data. So here the space issue is there, right? So this is what is the this is a LVS LV data is there. So we do one thing, we will attach a new disk once again just to make clear. So let it be this is a 10 GB. So this 10 GB I can attach, otherwise I can modify. So usually in production environment what we are going means we can ask for the extension of the file system also. But right now in test environment we don't have that option. So that is the reason what I'm going to do it. I'm going to create a some 25 GB file system attaching to the server. So why means, so again going to the LSBLK, obviously it is not listed. So as a particular program wise, what exactly I'm doing right now? So since it is not happening here, I'm going with a new file system I'm attaching. Again, I'm attaching this one to the volume group. From there, I'm transferring the data by using the PVMOVE. Since I have a space, now sort out the problem will be sort out. So let me move on to the topic PVMOVE. So let me go for the scanning of device. So scanning, how we are going to do it? So scanning, we are going to do it with some for command. For command will help you to refresh your file systems. Now there is a SDC is a particular file system with a 25 GB I created. PV create slash dev slash SDC. I created the SDC. Now VG extend. So I want to extend the my volume group. So I want to extend the my volume group. So VG extend VG hyphen data VG hyphen data with a slash dev slash SDC. So why I need to extend the volume group? Because if I extended only, then only I can able to perform, right? So coming to here, so if I extended, then only I'm able to perform the operation. So that is the expectation here. So that is the reason, along with existing one, I'm extending the my volume group. So I'm using the command called vg extend command, vg data new file system. So vgs, if you trigger, if you can see that three volumes are there. Now df and th slash app. So lsblk, if a trigger, if you can see that here slash app is a part of your SDB. What is the SDB capacity? The SDB capacity is that particularly let it be some 15 GB. Now you want to transfer from the SDBs to SDC, because SDC we have a good amount of space. So always the destination will have the good amount of the space when compared to the source. PV move slash dev slash sdb slash dev slash sdc. So automatically the data is transferring here automatically, and moreover I haven't rebooted. I'm not down the my application. So on fly. So now the requirement is that my expectation is that so by end of the story, whatever the data is there into inside a particular LVM, it should be appear here, and when I trigger a particular fdis command, otherwise lsblk command, when I trigger the lsblk command, it should be display particular LVM. So let me see it here. It is copied lsblk. So if you can see the differences here, earlier my particular file system. So if you can see that here, earlier this is the particular file system. So this is the particular file system with a SDB. Now I moved the particular file system to SDB to SDC. So from SDP now it is empty. The file system moved to the SDC. What about the data? I need to clear about the data, right? So let me move on to the data. Slash app, data is there. So we are in good enough. So, so this is the way of how we are performing the step. And here you can see that here VGS we have three particular things are there. If you want to reduce means we can reduce with a VG reduce command also, like a VG reduce slash dev slash SDA. So you have to give VG hyphen data. So like this, if you can see that here earlier it was a 3, now it was a 2. So this is the way how we can perform the things and we can complete the tasks. For more videos, please go through it, and for any trainings or anything, please get back to us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.